broken glass for the Pixel 9 Pro XL, the back glass. I'm going to show you how to replace the back glass and use a back glass that comes with the camera bezel already attached to it. So this one is a original back glass for the Pixel 9 Pro XL. As you can see, it has everything already pre-installed. The only thing that I was missing was the double-sided tape, which is sold separately. And while I was placing my order, I didn't see or notice that the double-sided tape was not included in my order. Strangely enough, the cheapest option with the back glass only does come with double-sided tape pre-installed on the back glass. This is the cheapest option, but I'm gonna do another video for that one. With the cheapest option, you have to install the camera bezel on the new back glass. That's why it is a lot difficult to do, and the failure rate might be a little bit higher, especially with the reattachment of the camera bezel. I'm saying cheapest option and most expensive option for the original. The price difference can be $80. So I got the original back glass from iFixit. I would like to tell them to include the double-sided tape either on the sale of the back glass or as a part that is needed on the page where you have to add the part into your cart. While I was doing it, it didn't show me the double-sided tape, but it did show me the tools that you will need in order to successfully do this. So that's something that I didn't like about the purchasing process for this original back glass for the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL. Okay, this was the backstory of the original back glass and the cheapest option, the normal back glass that you can find on Amazon and eBay. The Pixel 9 Pro XL was heated for 1 minute at the highest setting on this heat gun and air output 50%. Next, I tried to use a suction cup in order to start pulling the back glass, but it wasn't working, especially because the back glass is cracked and it simply does not work. If this happens to you, you need to use a blade like the one that I'm using. Try to press the blade between the glass and the frame of the device, and then you simply pull it upward in order to insert the blade slightly inside the gap between the back glass and the frame of this Pixel 9 Pro XL. Right after that, you can simply insert a guitar pick at the bottom or above the blade and start working your guitar pick and detaching the back glass from the frame of this device. Always remember that you need to insert only a small section of the guitar pick in order to avoid striking or touching any of the components inside. So with this back glass being original, you can have the argument of I can simply pull with brute force and remove everything, even cutting the cable that goes on the flashlight. You can do that because you have a replacement if you purchased a brand new original back glass. On the same subject, you need to be careful on the right side of the device while looking at the back glass, because this is the area that you have the cable going on the camera module area. After you have opened the device, you need to be careful not to pull too much on the back glass because this cable is still attached to the motherboard. At this stage, you need to remove 2 screws in order to have access to this flex cable and disconnect the cable from the motherboard. For any repair on a Google Pixel device, you need to have a set of Torx screws in order to perform your work. Next, you will need to disconnect the cable and have the back glass completely free to move. So here's the back glass for this Pixel 9 Pro XL. This one also is a original back glass. You can see everything looks good. Here is the other original, the replacement original back glass. I was saying it would be better to have a double-sided tape already pre-installed to the back glass. That will make things a lot easier for the reinstallation. So before you do anything, you need to clean and remove any excess double-sided tape that is still on the inside of the device before you move to the next step, which is the installation of the new back glass. So let me show you how you will do it if you did purchase the double-sided tape with the original back glass from iFixit. So this is the iPhone 15 Pro Max. It is exactly the same process. You need to remove one side of the plastic covering the double-sided tape and then align the double-sided tape inside the device. Make sure that you do this properly and do not waste the double-sided tape. In that regard, I advise that you maybe purchase 2 double-sided tape if you want to do this and do not have a lot of experience. Even for me, for this iPhone 15 Pro Max, I did purchase 2 double-sided tape and one was wasted. So I had a backup which worked out well. As far as the Pixel 9 Pro XL, it is the same thing. Lay the double-sided tape inside the device, and then you will need to reattach the back glass and the cable that goes on the motherboard. In that case, you will have the double-sided tape ready and the back glass already installed. Then you will need to remove the plastic covering the camera lenses, then remove the plastic covering the double-sided tape, and then close the device. So exactly the same process with the Pixel 9 Pro XL double-sided tape for the back glass installation. So if you purchase the back glass only and do not have the double-sided tape, you can still use B7000 if you have that one. But I recommend that you get the double-sided tape if you went to the extent of purchasing a original back glass. So before proceeding, you need to turn the device on and test the flashlight. Make sure that everything is working properly before you seal the device. The flashlight on this one is working. Next, I'm going to use B7000 in order to add glue to this Pixel 9 Pro XL. Add a small layer of B7000 around the Pixel 9 Pro XL on the place where the double-sided tape has to sit. So now I'm going to remove the plastic covering the camera lenses, then proceed with closing the device. So here's how it looks with the B7000 in lieu of the double-sided tape. You do not need much, you need only a small layer of B7000 and then you can seal the device. So simply take the back glass and insert it inside the frame of the device. Make sure that you apply a small pressure for the back glass to be fully seated on the inside of the device. Before you start applying some heavy pressure, make sure that the back glass is fully seated. If it is not and you start to apply some pressure, you might break the back glass and then you're back to square zero. For any excess B7000 that you see, you can simply wipe it away and then you keep applying pressure with your finger. Then I recommend that you use some retaining clamps that are going to apply constant pressure and make the sealing process of the back glass effective and complete. If using double-sided tape, you can have the argument of not requiring a retaining clamp on the back of your device. That can work if the double-sided tape is of the highest quality. So here's how it looks after I added all the retaining clamps, and I'm going to let the device sit like this for about 20 minutes, then remove everything. So once you remove the repair clamps, you're going to see all the spilled B7000 around the device close to the back glass, and then you simply need to rub on them in order to remove all the double-sided tape or the B7000 that is sticking out of the back glass. After you've done that, you will see everything will go away and you will have your device fully repaired. So I can't finish this video without talking about the Pixel 8 Pro, the 7 Pro and the other ones below, because those were the worst design for the back glass on a Pixel device. You had to do some things that nobody would like to do in order to replace the back glass only. It will take around 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours in order to do this safely, which is the 100% opposite with the Pixel 9 Pro XL and the Pixel 10 Pro XL. Google was using this type of sorcery back glass with double-sided tape and also fuse everything with the wireless charging coil, which made it extremely difficult to remove the back glass safely without breaking the wireless charging coil, and then you will have to buy everything new again. So thank Google for replacing this design that you had on the previous devices with the newer, most easiest design in order to replace the back glass. This was simply unacceptable, and I was the only one providing a full tutorial in how to do it. You can search the internet, you will not find a second person doing the same thing, simply because it is extremely difficult to do and to succeed. I was the only one doing it, and I'm proud of it.